Hello everyone, this is kind of a prelude to the response video I'm going to do tomorrow after I've done the things that I need to do for the day. And this is about this whole thing that's been popping up recently by social justice channels about anti-feminist channels or skeptic channels, whatever they want to call us that particular day. And I'm really getting a little bit sick of it because I kind of have a feeling where it's come from, why they're doing it, and it's becoming a bit of a trend. So basically, one of the first things they'll do is they'll make this video like sort of an open letter to us. Yes, I am, of course, quoting from the video I'm responding to. Some of you might get what I'm referring to. They'll make it out like, oh yeah, we're going to do this very nice objective video. We're not going to treat you all like this one big nebulous group, even though we're going to give you one nebulous term, which will suit our argument and this little video that we're going to make. And we're going to generalize all of you within this, but we're going to treat you like individuals, and then proceed throughout the entire video, or even before they even say that point, to generalize our entire so-called community. And in it, they will, accuse us of, well, at least the bigger channels, of inciting hatred, inciting harassment, telling people literally to go over to these channels and insult people and harass them to downvote their videos, even though, and this is the thing, if they're objective, they would acknowledge that their own side does this. For example, as Bennett said in his video, when he responded to someone called Dodie back in the day, I don't know if that's her full YouTube name or just part of her name, he had 1,000 subs, responded to her video, her fans found the video that he did to her and, sent a lot of hate towards him and downvoted his video, but, he didn't care, he just continued and now he's got 17,000 subs. Likewise, I did a response to Marina Shut Up, even though it wasn't the first response I'd ever done to Marina Shut Up, and I got a load of hate as well from that. I mean, I don't know how they found the video. That's the thing. I don't know if the two YouTubers find the video and say, oh look, someone did a response, or maybe the fans just find it and then they spread it amongst themselves. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. What happened, happened. And you don't see us particularly complaining about it unless it's particularly vicious. And I have had hate for one particular video which I never really expected to get, which is weird because it's The Guardian. I responded to The Guardian, and actually it was kind of a series I did. I just responded to about 4 of their videos, and this particular one must have found its way to a forum or something. That's the only way I can describe it, because social justice warriors kept finding it and commenting on it and downvoting it, even though this wasn't a particular group of people I was referring to or, responding to. It was just a person doing a guest video for The Guardian. It could have been his fans, for all I know. It was a Carla. It could have been his fans, and they've been searching his name, and I put his name in the title, and they're just responding to me. That could be it. But it happens on their side too, but they never acknowledge this. They never say that, oh yeah, we do it too. The closest you'll get is like, oh, I don't condone this type of behaviour, and if my fans did this, I would be very annoyed, but you never actually see them do it. Now, you don't see it in their videos like, please treat this person with the respect that I am commenting to. No, you don't see that, and I've seen this in many of their response videos. Another thing that they tell us, that we have power over our audiences, that we can tell them what to do, even though it's quite obvious that we don't have the power to tell them what to do. Like, for instance, Bearing gave me a shout out once. We did the same response to a video. It was that woman who was defending this girl who was ripping down posters of a talk to try and stop people from going to see it. And she was very condescending and stuff, and I responded to it and said, well, that's wrong, you shouldn't defend censorship like that, but whatever. And he saw the video, he took her footage from my video. I don't know how he did it, maybe he already had it, but noticed that I did it first and thought I deserved a shout out because he liked the video. Named all the stuff, like, this is Charming Man's video, this is Charming Man in the video himself, showed a clip of me saying fuck off, right? And I got hate for it because they thought I was her, even though he told them exactly what the video was he was linking to. So they don't listen to him, they just go straight to the thing that they always do and downvote the video and leave a comment. Sometimes it's constructive, sometimes it isn't. So this makes you wonder, despite Bearing leaving a disclaimer, despite Undoom leaving a disclaimer, despite other people who don't really comment on what we do, like Leafy's here and Pyrocynical leaving disclaimers, People still get hate because people don't listen. People are individuals. And this is where their argument falls apart, because these people need to make sure that all people that follow other YouTubers are just drones. And trust me, we've had people like Kizumi Fowler call literal fans of Bearing, of Undoomed, of anyone really, mindless drones. People are drones. People will listen to somebody and do something, even though, which is interesting, these people never show evidence or even name names of these people telling their fans to go and harass someone. Now, there are people who have done this. Atheism is Unstoppable, for example, has done this. He will tell people to go and downvote this video. I've seen him do it on one of my videos when I barely had 100 subs. Like, he led them there. He commented, and then they were all underneath this thread, you know, just doing stupid shit. He will literally send people, they will send each other to these videos. They will find them and they will downvote them in the hope that the YouTube voting system works the way that it does, even though it hasn't really worked that way in a while. Another thing they'll say is that criticism equals harassment, or they will talk about harassment, but what they really mean is criticism. And they will then show us these examples. Specifically in this video that I'm talking about, which is, you know, the prelude to this, is that she showed these like screenshots, yet they're not actual screenshots. Who knows, maybe these messages were real, but what she puts is YouTube comment number 1, YouTube person number 2. And it's like, how can I trust this? These aren't actual screenshots. These are graphics that you have created to show me that this has happened when actually nothing has happened so far. I mean, I don't deny that people send hate, they do. I do not condone it. But there's not much I can do. There's not much anybody can do. You can put a disclaimer, you can try and put stuff in the description, you can say it in the video. Something they'll try and give us, you know, if they do offer solutions, they'll say, oh, tell people to do it. Well, we can't tell people to do anything. They have their own minds. We can do all this, but it'll still happen. It'll get downvoted. So what are we supposed to do exactly? Another thing they'll do, and this is probably linked to the generalization, is they'll generalize us as hate-filled, angry, and all we do is respond to people and attack the person and not the argument. Instead, we don't make videos about topics, about why this thing is something that we don't like, and we have particular things that we don't like and we don't want people to talk about, even though we want people to talk about this, we want to have discussions. But then they'll say, oh no, I don't have the time, I don't want to go into a live debate with you because I've got a life. Most people who respond don't try to attack the person, they'll mock the person. Maybe this person is hateful, and that's what you do to hateful people, you mock them, but you don't go too far and straight to ad hominem. There's been some people have done it, most notably the Atheist Gamer, and guess who called him out on it? Bearing. I mean, you know, some people will say, yeah, but you should have called out people at AIU. But the point is, he called out someone who was being totally disrespectful and horrible to this girl that he was responding to. Like, he didn't even try to, you know, basically criticize her arguments in that video. But if I can name names and examples, how come they can't? How come these things do happen, but they seem to be a minority, yet they will try to peddle that we do this on a daily basis? I mean, they can't even offer an example. They just have to say that this is what the community is like, but you're all individuals and we're treating you like individuals. This has just been a short rant on this new thing that has come up, and I've got one thing before I end it I have to talk about, because I think this all stems from one particular video about ponage versus, I don't know, intellectual rigour by a certain blue day called Teal Day. Because what he said was the first thing that had ever been said about this whole thing, you know. Oh, these people who just do mindless ponage for the sake of it, even though what's funny is ponage was invented by atheist YouTubers. Another thing is they always say that we're atheists as if that's relevant, even though people like Zeus aren't atheists, he's a Christian, and there's probably a few deists, and a lot of them are agnostics in this quote-unquote community, and that's besides the point. You know, they're all poners. They're all people who just, you know, shit on these people for the views. They do it for the money, but hey, we should be doing this intellectual thing. This is what we should be doing, and I'm probably paraphrasing it horribly. I've not watched the video since I was on the Mad Shangi show, and we didn't get through the whole thing. We didn't get to the actual meat of the video that he was doing, but that's where it all came from. And now since that, and bear in mind he's supposed to be on our side, this is what's happened. The SJWs have caught onto it and they're using it themselves. I did tell him that this is what they're going to do. They're going to use this against us. But at the end of the day, what's done is done. He made a mistake making that video. And we can still easily deconstruct and refute these arguments because they're still done from social justice warriors, so it's poorly made. And at the end of the day, these videos are just poisoning the well. So they claim to be open letters, but really it's kind of like letting a murderer in for the king to give him a cup of wine, but really what it is poison. I guess that's not a very good analogy, but a Trojan horse, shall we say. That's the end of the video, people. I hope you enjoyed this rambling rant that I like to do occasionally, and until next time, I'll see you later.